right, this is the TruXedo TruXport soft rolling tonneau bed cover. I'm only making this video because I did not see very good information on this soft style rolling bed cover for the new body style Ram 1500s with the Ramboxes. So maybe this will help somebody else make that decision, maybe it won't. I went with the soft rolling bed cover because I've used every bed cover they make, the hard trifold, the hard rolling, the fiberglass tops, every kind they make I've used, and these have always been the most user-friendly. So they're not good for security. If you're trying to cover up and lock something that you don't want to lose, this isn't a good option, but that's why I went with the Ramboxes, because I didn't want to get those tacky, toolboxes everybody has. I hate them. So I'm going to keep all the goods locked in the sides and just keep the non-valuable stuff dry and covered. So that's why I went with this. So I'll show you what's inside. I forgot to mention, I've got to leave in 30 minutes, so we're going to see how long this takes. Hopefully I can get it done in 30 minutes. I've not done any research. I haven't pre-read any of these manuals, so let's see how user-friendly this is. All right. Right out of the gate, everything looks to be fairly high quality, packaged well. Nice kind of satin finish, not too flat, not too shiny. All right. So that's it. We got the left rail, the right rail, the main cover, and then this little goodie bag with the instructions. Oh, that's not good. It looks like you kind of get these little spongy foam blocks, and one of the ones I needed is very, very well attached to the instructions. I mean, that thing is... Oh, there it goes. Might be able to use this after all. It's actually tearing the foam. I don't want to tear the foam or the instructions. Yikes, so that's not a good way to start.
What are you working on?
Oh, I'm trying to put this bed cover on the truck before Mom and Dad have to go to lunch.
You?
You what?
Nothing.
Yikes. Had to rip the foam block a little bit, but hopefully not a deal breaker. Some aluminum threaded tabs.
What is this?
That's just packing material. Little foam disc. Not sure what that's for. Some looks like steel powder coated hardware, and
Finally, we got
some bolts, some washers, and some nylon locking nuts. A couple different kind of bolts in there. Some hex head. No, those are square. Okay, so that's it. There's not much to this. Flash, you gonna help me set this thing up?
Sure.
I was gonna have to do all this work by myself. Uh-oh. I think I'm missing something. Bulkhead Seal. Oh, there it is. This guy. Okay. Prior to installation of the cover, the bulkhead seal needs to be installed on the top of the bulkhead. The surface should be cleaned with rubbing alcohol before the application. The RamBox bed install. For RamBox installs with or without a liner, in addition to the bulkhead seal, adhere a foam block to the surface. Okay, so these guys are RamBox exclusive tabs, and one of them was damaged. That's kind of a bummer. So the way these clamp work is actually pretty cool. There's two rails, or two slots in the stock RamBox rails channels that we could attach to. So we're actually attaching to the bottom one on the side and the top one on the top. And then this will actually go back in underneath and bring it all together. Okay, so here's this channel I was talking about. We've got these little, sorry, where's my hand? These little square-headed bolts they give you slides into the rail of the bed cover. And then this little bracket, the aluminum block, slides into the stock RamBox. And then there's this black bracket that attaches the
Daddy, what is
rail
this?
bolt and the stock RamBox aluminum block bolt thing. So far so good. Testing that the RamBox still opens, and it does due to this flexible gasket, but I'm curious how long it's going to hold up. Well, if you remember, I said I had 30 minutes to finish, and at about the 38-minute mark, my wife wasn't waiting anymore, so I had to take a break and come back. I was pretty much done. There's some fine-tuning that needed to take place, but other than that, it's finished. Overall, it looks pretty good. There were some adjustments I had to make. Originally, I had the bed cover too far forward in the truck, and what that meant was when I shut the tailgate, there was a gap, or I mean the edge of the bed cover was pretty much flush with the edge of the tailgate, and there wasn't any overlap. Honestly, it's not perfect. It doesn't even really touch the tailgate, but there is a little, there's this little flexible weather stripping here. I can't really make it come back anymore, and it definitely doesn't go down anymore, so I'm just gonna have to live with that little gap there. Like I said, this isn't gonna be used for security purposes. Let's make sure the RamBox will open. It does. So the way this works is there. Oh, I got hung up on something over there. There's a little other piece of weather stripping there that runs along. I worry that after a lot of abuse, that this piece that's attached to the bed cover rail will start to raise and curl. I'll bet you can get that aftermarket though. So it does open and shut. Sorry, train started coming through, so I had to pause. Wanted to show you the release mechanism. There's a little latch on this side, and get ready for it. The thing opens violently. So, be careful. So they open the same. You can definitely tell there's some resistance on the RamBox from this gasket. I can definitely feel. I can do a follow-up video, but I feel about 95% confident that this gasket isn't going to last. So that appears to be good. Anyway, overall, everything seems to work. Just some fitment issues. You can see here the rail mechanism, that's actually supposed to be flush. There's about a 1/2 inch gap there. Now no one can really see it. It's not really a big deal. It doesn't affect functionality, but if I hadn't backed that off, where the bed cover met the tailgate, it just wouldn't have worked well. It wouldn't have looked very good, so kind of making a compromise here. Well, it looks good. Install is easy. If I hadn't screwed up, it would have taken 30 minutes or less. A couple of adjustments. The quality of the components is probably 9 out of 10. It actually, everything felt real good, strong, good material. The fit and finish lacks a little bit. And that might be partially because it is on a RamBox truck, so that's already hard for bed cover manufacturers to work with. So I kind of give them a slide or a pass there. But you have to be realistic. If you expect the fit and finish of a $300 bed cover to match your $60,000, $70,000 truck, you're probably going to be disappointed. But this one will do exactly what I need it to do, and honestly, it looks good. It works like it's supposed to. It's probably not going to be watertight, but you know, don't expect it to be, and then you won't be. All right, guys. I've been up and down dirt roads, gravel roads for work this week. You can tell it's real dusty. My last truck had one of the ARE fiberglass bed caps that kind of went over the side of the bed. And one of the things I hated about it was all the dust that you would get into. So I haven't opened the tailgate yet this week, and I thought, well, this might be a good time to review it. Hadn't planned on it, but let's see. The old bed cover, man, it was terrible. Everything was covered in dust. And this one, also dusty. It's the moment of truth. We'll see how dry she stays. I'm not feeling super confident, but we'll see. All right. Well, it's wet, but the front is actually fairly dry, so it looks like it's just these back corners, which I knew were going to be a problem. So now you see it. What I might end up doing is I might put something, I don't know, I might put something right there to catch that water coming in, but you know, it's really not terrible. Definitely could be worse. That's it. Thanks.